What your favorite chemistry element says about you. Hydrogen. You're the main character, the original, the OG. You believe everything revolves around you because in the early universe it literally did. Helium. You're light, fun, and possibly high-pitched. People love having you at parties, but no one takes you seriously. You say, I'm not like other elements, and you're right, you don't bond. Carbon. You think you're deep. You write poetry at 2 a.m., own too many notebooks, and tell people you're versatile. Honestly, you kind of are. You're literally everything. Oxygen, you are the overachiever. You enter every room with purpose and an agenda. People need you to survive, but you still act like you're doing them a favor. Nitrogen, you're chill. No, like literally. You like cold environments, quiet corners, and being 78% of the room without anyone noticing. Gold, you're flashy, dramatic, and slightly toxic in group chats. You call it luxury energy, others call it main character syndrome. You probably say investment piece while buying socks. Iron, you lift, or want people to think you lift. You describe yourself as solid, reliable, and the reason blood looks cool. Your vibe is gym bro with a PhD. Mercury, you're smooth, mysterious, and potentially dangerous in large quantities. People either love you or file restraining orders. You describe yourself as fluid in every way. Uranium, you're the wild card. You're powerful, unstable, and need to be handled very carefully. Neon, you're all aesthetic, no substance, but in the best way. You glow, literally. You probably have an LED-lit gaming setup and use phrases like vibe check. Lithium, you're small, light, and essential for functioning electronics and humans. You're either stabilizing someone's mood or powering their phone, and occasionally both. Bismuth, you're the underrated icon, colorful, extra, and probably collect crystals unironically. You're too fabulous to be radioactive, but guess what? You kind of are. Fluorine, you are terrifying. The most reactive person in every room. You don't argue, you corrode. You don't have friends, you have victims. Chlorine, you walk into a room and people either think refreshing pool party or chemical weapon. There's no in between. You're the chaos twin of clean freaks. Aluminum, you're lightweight, practical, and slightly bendy in confrontations. You try to stay neutral but still manage to get recycled into everyone's drama. Copper, you're warm, friendly, and have a vintage aesthetic. You probably brew your own coffee and know how to fix a bicycle. Everyone likes you, but they're not sure why. Sulfur, you're moody, misunderstood, and occasionally smell like regret. You're the goth cousin of oxygen, burns bright, leaves a mark, and makes people nervous. Silicon, you think of yourself as the brains of the operation. You read tech blogs, say things like computational efficiency, and probably tried to mine crypto once. Plutonium, you have no chill. You're either planning a world takeover or writing fan fiction about one. You radiate intensity, literally. Zinc, you're overlooked but essential. You're the group project member who actually keeps everyone alive. People don't notice you until they're falling apart. Sodium, you're salty. You say it's just your personality, but it's clearly your brand. You're reactive, explosive in water, and still somehow on everyone's table. Phosphorus, you're the intellectual pyromaniac. You glow in the dark and no random trivia. You once wrote a haiku about matches. Lead, you're heavy, emotionally, spiritually, and sometimes metaphorically poisonous. People think you've been canceled, but you just keep showing up in old buildings. Calcium, you're dependable, supportive, and very into bones. You've never broken one and judge people who have. Your energy is mom friend with a vitamin obsession. Technetium, you only exist in labs and conspiracy theories. You're obscure, radioactive, and mysterious. You probably tell people you're off the grid and wear sunglasses indoors.